Yes. We back, baby. Yes. It's the guy, itsDjAnt, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Trend City Radio Top 40 Recap. Oh, yeah. And we about to jump right into it. Coming in at number 1, we got my girl TNT with the hit single Good Love. This track was actually at number 4 last week. Now has jumped all the way up and been voted to number 1 thanks to the fans. Big ups to the audience for voting her number 1, man. Real dope track. TNT, man, finally got that number 1, man. She been gunning for a few months, and she finally got it, man, with a dope track as well. With a dope track, man. Big ups to her, man. She says she gonna have a wild 2023. We gonna see what's good. Big ups to TNT for doing her thing. Coming in at number 2, we got John Hartman with the hit single You Raise Your Hands. This track wasn't even in the top 10 last week, family. Was just on the top 40, lingering somewhere in the bottom low tier of the top 40 in the previous week, but now jumped up and been voted all the way to number 2. Big ups to John Hartman, man, with You Raise Your Hands. This track has actually been on Trend City Radio for probably about 4 months, and this is the first time it hit number 2. It hit that top 3. This is the first time. Big ups to John Hartman. Yes, sir. Coming in at number 3, we got my man's Holy Bands with the hit single Meet the Gang. This track was actually at number 5 last week. Jumped up a few of them things. Now hit the top 3 at number 3. Big ups to Holy Bands, man. He been doing it all year long. I think he got about 5 or 6 number 1s on Trend City Radio, man, and he trying to squeeze out another number 1 before the end of the year. Big ups to my man's Holy Bands for doing it real big, coming in that top 3. Yes, sir. Coming in at number 4, we got Ghost Shaded Bandit with the hit single Derek Jeter. This track was actually at number 6 last week. Jumped up a few of them things. Now at the number 4 position. Ghost Shaded Bandit also trying to squeeze him out another number 1 before the end of the year, as he just had one a few months ago, man. He just had one a few months ago, so he trying to get his second number 1. Big ups to Ghost Shaded Bandit, man. He been killing Trend City Radio with this track ever since he joined. Big ups to him, man, for doing it real big with this track, man. Real dope track. Coming in at number 5, we got Alvin Harrison with the hit single That Ass Go Boom, Boom, Boom. This track was actually at number 3 last week. Went back a few spots, but still holding it down in that top 5 position at number 5. Big ups to Alvin Harrison. This track right here, not necessarily on the hip hop, you know what I mean, movement, and you feel what I'm saying, coming in with a different type of genre, Alvin Harrison, as he always do. But this track right here is getting a lot of respect, man. Getting a lot of respect and getting a lot of attention from the fans. Big ups to Alvin Harrison for doing this thing. Speaking of different genres, coming in at number 6, we got my man's Rags Gustav with the hit single Talk Is Cheap. This track was actually at number 11 last week. Jumped up 5 of them things, coming in at that number 6 position. Big ups to Rags Gustav, man. Real dope track, man. Reggae vibes. If you feeling them reggae vibes, man, you really gonna love this track right here. Make sure y'all check that out, man. Real dope track. Coming in at number 7, we got my girl Tora from the East Oakland management team with the hit single True Legacy. This track was actually at number 9 last week. Jumped up to number 7. Now holding down at that number 7 spot. Jumped up two spots, man. Now holding down at that number 7 position. As y'all know, it's hard to squeeze in that top 10. Tora been doing it real big, as she's just a fairly new artist on Trend City Radio. She only been on here for about a month, and already squeezing the top 10. Big ups to Tora for doing her thing. But y'all already know how East Oakland management do, how they gonna get y'all right. You feel me? Once you were part of the East Oakland management team. Big ups to my man's Cleveland. Coming in at number 8, we got Mr. T, the Tool Man, with his single Thirsty. This track was actually at number 10 last week. Jumped up a few of them things. Now holding it down at that number 8 spot. This Thirsty track right here, real dope R&B type vibes, man. My man's Tool Man coming in with the flow. Real dope track, man. Real dope and smooth track. Something for the ladies. Y'all gonna love this one, man. Y'all gonna love this one. R&B vibes with a nice flow, man. Make sure y'all check that out. My man's Mr. T doing it real big. Coming in at number 9, we got Carrie Cleveland with his single Looking Up. If you haven't checked out that interview, fam, make sure y'all go check out that interview, man. We've been dropping it every week. We now in part 3. We just released part 3 up on YouTube, man. Make sure y'all go check that out, man. Real dope interview with Carrie Cleveland, also with Cleveland and my man's Black Nova. Check that out. Carrie Cleveland coming in at number 9. She was at number 13 last week. Back in that top 10 with a whole different single. Shout out to Carrie Cleveland, man. 45 years in the making. Got an upcoming birthday as well. Big ups to her. Coming in at number 10, we got my man's Too Real with his single Picture Perfect. This track was actually at number 12 last week. Jumped up a few of them things. And now we got my man's Too Real back in that top 10. Big ups to the fans for doing they thing and getting my man's Too Real back in that top 10, man, in the top 40. And that is the top 10 of the top 40 countdown. It's the guy, itsDjAnt. And make sure y'all tune in every Friday, family. We live and we lit. Let's get it.